We're here with Anna Liz Thomas, a NextGen alumna. Anna, let me ask you this. In those early days, what was it like for you coming into the program?
I've seen a lot of people go through the NextGen program and actually be able to contribute and participate in within their regions and within ICANN itself in terms of joining the SOs and the ACs and actually participating. I think there is actually a NextGen fellow right now who is on the board of ICANN.
So it's not only important for the organization, it's important for you personally. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so how I sort of entered the ICANN world was through law school. So one of the good things about law school was I got the chance to intern with organizations to figure out how and where and how I want to sort of move in through the law. And so I ended up interning with this organization that was sort of analyzing multi-stakeholderism from the Indian sort of space and how Indians were participating within multi-stakeholder forums like ICANN and the IGF and WSIS. And I think after the internship, one of the people I was working under sort of told me, hey, why don't you apply for this thing that is happening? Because there was an ICANN meeting in Hyderabad, which is where I was studying. So they said that apply for the NextGen program, see how it goes, maybe you'll learn more about this. And so I did. And yeah, it has been great in terms of sort of a learning, sort of just learning because, I had no understanding about a multi-stakeholder model of governance at all before I joined here, because I thought, okay, if there are going to be people coming in from lots of spaces on international forums, then it's going to be multilateral. It's going to be states talking to other states, and I never realized that it's going to be
Is that what appealed to you?
Yeah, it was definitely what appealed to me, because I think this is just a different sort of understanding of democracy, because how the internet itself has evolved has been not from exactly the government, but from like tech people, from people who were just geeking out, like trying to figure out new things. And I think it's beautiful that academicians, people in the business constituency who were all sort of instrumental in helping develop the internet are able to do so through something like this and actually participate in policy making in the internet.
When you became part of the ICANN world, did you feel immediately welcomed, or did that take a while?
There's a lot going on here at ICANN, so it takes a while to sort of get yourself accustomed to this space and actually figure out where you fit in.
There's a learning curve involved, right?
It's a big learning curve, yeah. But the NextGen program is a great way to start, because Deborah sort of like takes you by the hand and sort of has you attend sessions with a lot of people who are sort of instrumental to how ICANN works. So you sort of have people straight from the CEO onwards who are talking to you and telling you how you can participate and where you fit in. And you have people from different constituencies who you get to speak to and also tell you how you can contribute.
Why is the new blood important to ICANN as an organization?
I would say mostly because, well, where I come from, I think I'm one of those people who would qualify as millennials. And in that sense, we sort of grew up with the internet. We do not know a world without the internet. And in that sort of realm, I think it's necessary for people who sort of have lived in a world where the internet is the only thing that exists, the only sort of forum in which your major forum for communication, to sort of be involved right there from the start, because our understanding of the internet, the world itself, is different from people who weren't as involved, who lived in a time before the internet.
If you're talking to a young person out there, no matter where they're living, in India or wherever else, and they're considering applying for a fellowship or considering entering the ICANN world, perhaps through the newcomers program, what would your advice be to them?
Well, I would say apply, learn a little bit about ICANN, go through the ICANN Learn platform, see what ICANN is about, sort of familiarize yourself with the world before you enter, so that you have you don't sort of lose your footing once you come in here.
Sounds like you have no regrets over having come into the ICANN sphere.
Not at all.
Very good. Anna, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks for this.